that kind of what's been the holdup as far as you getting back in the ring? Is working out your contract with Top Rank and everything?
Basically, you know, I mean, it's really delaying the process much. They're delaying the process much more than it should. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to get what's fair, and much respect to them. But I know always in this business, the sport of boxing, you know, everybody wants the larger pot. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to stay in the middle. You know what I mean? And trying to respectfully ask for what I feel I deserve. And while they also are trying to negotiate to their convenience as well. But boxing is a shitty business. It's always been that way for a boxer. You know what I mean? The fighters are the one that make the business. You know what I mean? If there's no fighters, there's no business. I mean, but the promoter always gets a large part, which I totally respect, and I show my gratitude towards Top Rank for having me busy. You know, I don't ever change that. But I am just trying to ask for what I feel I deserve. You know what I mean? And that's what every boxer tries to do most of the time. You know what I mean? We don't always get it, but I hope that in this scenario, in this case, we just have a mutual agreement to where we both agree, and that will be that. You know what I mean? But hopefully, they're just delaying the process much more than it should. But hopefully, the sooner the better. I mean, listen, when a boxer signs a contract, you know, the promoter makes the contract. You know what I mean? On their terms, basically. Either a fighter likes it or they don't. And take it or leave it kind of thing. So if they write something, they must abide by it. You know what I mean? They have to follow the regulations that they made up. You know what I mean? Same thing. If I sign the contract, I have to abide by the rules the terms that I agreed upon, which is the terms that they made. You know what I mean? And if I didn't, it's my mistake, right? And I have to abide by that. It is what it is. I have to accept it. And if it's their mistake by any way, then they also must accept it as well. You know what I mean? That's the position that we're in right now. You know, we have a disagreement when it comes to the contract, but the last contract, because the way it is that we have to negotiate the next contract. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. You know what I mean? I don't want to be very specific, but that's the point that we're at right now. And I hope that we reach agreement very soon.
Is that a difficult process, convincing them like what your value is? I mean, you would think it's pretty straightforward, especially since you've had high-profile fights. You fought Pacquiao, you fought Tim Bradley. They know how much.
All you got to do is this. I mean, even Chris Algieri, that with much respect, is a friend of mine. He didn't have the fame or the name recognition that I've had. You know, and right after he fought Pacquiao, he fought Errol Spence. He didn't win. But when it comes to finance, you know what I mean, you look at the numbers, and then you look at the numbers that I'm being offered for the next fight and the next contract. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't balance out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I just truly hope that that we both agree on something that we can both be okay with. You know what I mean? But it's tough. You know what I mean? The boxing business is always real tough. It's tough. I mean, I wish I could be more open about it, but all the fighters out there, I gotta say that y'all gotta really think twice and really look into all the terms in your agreement.
Haven't seen like what other guys have gone through, Mikey Garcia, Andre Ward. Does that give you more confidence as a fighter, just knowing, listen, if I stick to my guns, then maybe I will get what I want?
Listen, man, I don't base my situation off of them because I have my own situation. I just see the facts. You know, what's the contract say? What are the terms to the contract? Did I abide by them, and did they abide by them? And in my situation, they did not. Yeah. So I have to stick firm with my ruling and with what's right, what I feel is right, and hopefully they accept it as well. I mean, I have nothing but respect for Top Rank. I understand that it's a business. I understand that they have to look for their convenience and what is more convenient to them. You know what I mean? It's not basically what's always right, but it's always what's convenient to both parties.
Right.
You know, in this case, them, and I'm trying to be just fair in what's rightfully mine.
Yeah.
So hopefully soon we get all this cleared up. But it's a hassle, man. That's the only reason I haven't been back in the ring, because I'm ready, man. If the fight was tomorrow, I'd be ready. You know, but unfortunately, we have to wait for this process to develop and to finalize itself. We'll see soon.
How do you personally block all that out and stay focused, you know, knowing that, well, I don't really know when I'm going to be able to fight? Like, how do you still get that motivation to come in and train?
Because I love what I do. I love what I do. I have a passion for it. I have a passion for this, for being in this gym, for hanging out with my old friends. They're all friends of mine. So this is fun to me. When it comes to business, I got to stay in the gym and focus on my next fight. But for now, I'm just staying focused on perfecting my skills and on having some fun, enjoying, staying in shape, and doing other things as well. You know what I mean? I'm not only a full-time fighter, because I am a full-time fighter. I'm a full-time dad. I'm a full-time boxing analyst, commentator, color commentator, and you know, the color's brown. I'm messing with y'all, but you know, a comedian. But you know, I just like to be very versatile and explore new opportunities. You know what I mean? HBO has given me the opportunity to work with them, and it's been real nice. Top Rank has given me the opportunity to work with them. I appreciate it. You know, right now we're just in the middle of negotiations. That's it.
Yo, just out of curiosity, this might sound like a crazy question, but being Hispanic, can you use that as leverage when you're negotiating? I mean, obviously the Hispanic market is, you know,
the Hispanic market no longer cares. Before it was a lot of. You have to understand that I'm Mexican American. As much as I'm proud of being Mexican and American, both, that's what I am. You got to be proud of what you are. That if you're from Mexico, you got that whole Mexican market from Mexico. You're Mexican American. You have. It's versatile actually. It comes all around because you got the African Americans. I got a lot of African American fans. You know what I mean? They're my people just because possibly the way I came up. You know what I mean? They can relate. I got Mexican American fans. I got Mexican. So thankfully, I got a lot of support. You know, which I'm very appreciative of. You know, a lot of Americans, man, a lot of Europeans. This guy here, you know what I mean? He's cool. He supports me 100%. So I got a lot of support, and that's what I'm.
We want Jeff on. We want Jeff on.
Anyone, we'll take him on. We'll take on everybody. I don't think the Australians like me, but besides them, everybody else does. Right? It's all good.